Patrizia Durante was 26 weeks pregnant when she was diagnosed with leukemia.
It was just the worst day of my life because we were planning a family and beginning our lives together, and just felt like the end was near.
Patrizia started searching for options.
There's no way I was going to give up.
While she was pregnant, Patrizia read about life-saving advances in cord blood stem cell therapies.
Stem cells are being used to treat a number of blood disorders, as well as reconstituting the bone marrow after it has been treated with chemotherapy. And this is done to treat a number of cancers, such as lymphoma, leukemias, or multiple myelomas. Also, there's a lot of research showing that in the future it can be used to treat many other conditions.
As an obstetrician gynecologist, Dr. Garcia wants people to understand that cord blood stem cells should not be confused with embryonic stem cells.
So embryonic stem cells are collected from human embryos, which is the beginning of human life, and that's why they're controversial. However, cord blood is collected from the umbilical cord of babies when they're born. There is only one opportunity to do this, which is at the time of the birth, because after that the placenta and the umbilical cord is discarded.
Fighting for her life, Patrizia insisted that her baby's cord blood was collected and stored.
I mean, I had a baby born, and I was going to fight all the way, every step of the way, and I couldn't die.
She named her daughter Victoria Angel. Victoria because she was born at the Royal Victoria Hospital in Montreal, and Angel because the cord blood could potentially save her life.
The transplant was a cure. I'm not in remission because my bone marrow was replaced with my daughter's stem cell, which reproduced a whole new bone marrow.
Dr. Vero is the founder and medical director of one of the oldest and most experienced family cord blood banks in Canada, Cells for Life. He was so inspired by Patrizia's story that he decided to call their newly formed public cord blood bank Victoria Angel Registry of Hope.
Once you practice enough medicine, diseases happen, things happen that there's no family history of leukemia, there's no family history of this disease, and a person or individual gets the disease. And if you've got a proven treatment sitting in the freezer for $100 a year that could save a life, I guess you can argue either way, how much is that worth? I think if I was a sick individual, it's priceless.
As a mother, Dr. Garcia chose to store her own child's cord blood.
Storing cord blood is just part of what everybody should think about when preparing for the birth of their child. Nobody wants to think about having their children being sick, but it happens sometimes without any warning. So I just wanted to make sure that should the worst happen to my family, I am prepared for that.
When Dr. Garcia decided to store her own child's cord blood, she chose Cells for Life, which is fully accredited and located at the Toronto General Hospital.
I chose Cells for Life because in my professional career, I am familiar with their processes and methods, and I know they have had many successful transplants.
I think it's all about patient choice, and that means they have the option of collecting privately for family use, and then they pay for that. Banking publicly, donating it to a public bank, and then they essentially relinquish their right to that sample, but it goes into a pool that everybody has access to, or donate it for research, which is important also.
Cord blood stem cells save lives. Since Patrizia's transplant, there has been approximately 30,000 cord blood transplants conducted worldwide to date.
At least know your options, get educated, be aware of what these cord blood samples can do, and use your own judgment whether or not you want to save it.
She saved my life. I gave life to her and she gave it back to me.
Cells for Life offers cord blood banking to all Canadians, delivering at all hospitals coast to coast. To find out more about saving or donating cord blood, go to betterlivingtv.ca/Cells for Life or visit victoriaangel.org.